right, we love All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we GMS Louisiana Saints coming back at you with another live sit down. All right, before we get started, we're going to face the east and we're going to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
All right, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that's pushing this truth and sincerity to the four corners of the world.
Shalom.
All right. And, 4th of July, all right, yesterday, all right, and a lot of shooting, all right, a lot of killing is going on around the earth, man, because the angels are busy, man. And, we just have to keep in mind that, having the fear of the Lord on us, man, doing His will, making sure that we in good graces with Him, and that's pretty much what this lesson is about. And, Lord willing, through the Spirit, it will be edifying.
That's right. Because I just backing the brother up if I can make a quick point. Because everybody has questions about what's going on right now. Why are these mass shootings taking place? They're asking are we in the last days? Are we in the end times? There's got to be a reason why all this death, why all this raping, why all this robbing, why all this murder is going on. And we're here to tell you why. But you have to proceed with caution when you do anything further and when you operate with the Spirit of the Lord, man. And that's what we're pushing, all right? And that's what we're letting the people know, that in order to have fear, have wisdom, you have to have fear, man. Fear is what makes us men. There's nothing wrong with being afraid, but you have to be afraid of the right things. There's nothing wrong with showing reverence, showing respect, but you have to fear the right things, man. We fear you. How about Shemi Shai, the King of Terrors? You got it, brother.
All right, you want to bring out yours? Or
you can go ahead.
All right. This is Second Corinthians 5 and 11, and it says, knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, but we are made manifest unto Yahweh, and our trust also are made manifest in your consciousness, man. All right. So, knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, knowing that you can be a part of these different terrors that are going on in the earth, man, you should fear the Lord, man. All right, and move with wisdom, because the scriptures say that knowledge and wisdom is the beginning of understanding.
I'll read that precept for you. You can get that word terror. I'm just gonna go into what you're saying. I just don't have my phone, so I can't do that. I'll read it for you. 2 Corinthians 5 and 11. All right. I'm gonna read it while you get it. Find it real quick.
All right, because again, it says right here in the definition.
I'm gonna read it.
All right.
This is 2 Corinthians 5. You mind if I start at 10?
Go ahead.
2 Corinthians 5 and 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahushua Mashiach, that every one may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad.
That's right, man. So when we die, man, we go up before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shemi Yahushai, and he tells us the good things that we've done and the bad things that we've done. All right, according to how we lived our lives, on the earth, man. All right, and he gives you your judgment as well, right? When you be put back on earth.
Yep, and that's what we see in a lot of these cases. We seeing people's judgments take place, and people want to understand why. Like, why is this mass shooting? Why did 6 innocent people, all right, just get killed like that? All right, but the scriptures tell you this. Let me back the brother up. All right, Job 4 and 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Because ultimately we know that everyone's playing out a judgment role on the planet Earth right now. But that judgment could be played out for a good thing, or it could be played out for a bad thing, man. And we're seeing a lot of harsh judgments take place, man, penalties for what the souls of these people that inhabited the planet Earth right now have come back into the reincarnation and are being judged for, man. To the Most High, to the world, it may seem, okay, this was a 5-year-old child, this was a young lady coming up into her prime, a young man that just didn't, how they like to say, he didn't even begin life yet. But to the Most High, that's a wretched soul, that's an adulterer, a blasphemer, all right? Just stuck in that body. So that's what we go on. We want what the Lord wants. ultimately. But it says, you got it, brother. 2 Corinthians 5:11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, but we are made manifest unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and I trust also are made manifest in your consciences.
That's right. Because it says, knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, man. We see these different things that are happening in the earth, these different shootings, all right? These different traps that Esau, got out there for our people. And what, man, we warn them that that we persuade them to come in, man, that they don't get trapped up by his traps, man, that the Lord will cover them, through them, coming back and repenting and, hopefully getting mercy from the Lord.
That's right. Because the Lord said to bring forth fruit, meet for repentance. So the Lord doesn't want you to just be down bad and getting judged out here by him, just being void of judgment and not knowing what the hell is going on, man. That's confusion. The Lord wants you to know why you're here, what you're here for, all right, and what's going to be the conclusion of the matter, man. The Lord doesn't want you just out here in disarray, ultimately, all right, but we're seeing a lot of that because, as the scriptures say, let the multitude perish that were born in vain. So you have people that are on the planet Earth right now that are walking a life that have lived 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, and have no idea, all right, that judgment is set place for this place. They have no idea what their nationality is. They have no idea what they're supposed to be eating, what they're not supposed to be eating, what they're supposed to be worshiping, what they're not supposed to be worshiping. And the Lord is making it clear and setting his sights upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and the holy prophets, man. That's why all this judgment is taking place, because all eyes are going to be set towards the prophets, man, and this prophecy. You got it, bro.
All right, this is the definition of terror, going back to that 2 Corinthians. All right, in the definition of terror, it says extreme fear. All right, it says horror.
Ooh.
All right, it says
horror, man. Yeah. Like the brother Uriah goes into, he said, what? We've entered into the horror section of this movie. And you're seeing a lot of horror, man. You're seeing a lot of things that are so-called scary. You go to, like yesterday, what happened on so-called Independence Day, because you Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, you forced the hand of the Most High by worshiping these folly days, man. Most High don't want you celebrating that because it's ignorance. You're only contributing to your ignorance, man. All right? You're not growing in knowledge by celebrating this holiday. That's why the Most High put the spirit on that guy to come through with that judgment, man. Put that death angel out there, man. All right? And we're just relaying the message to you people, saying it, get right, man. You want somebody in your corner to say, well, look, you're going too far. Look, you need to change your life up. Look, man, if you go down that road right there, it's going to lead to death, man. That's what the prophets do for the Lord. I got you another one, too. Right? You got some more on that definition?
Yeah. That's it on that one.
All right, you can go before me. Yeah?
All right, this is Proverbs 9 and 10. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding, man. All right, so when we see these things that are happening in the earth, we understand because the Lord has given us the ability to understand through the Spirit, all right, through our elders and apostles, man. All right, from on down. And it says again, I'm going to read again, it says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So the fear of the Lord will make you be circumspect of what you're doing, and considering that the Lord can have you, just like anybody else out here, man. Have you in a bad case, a bad situation, it says, and the knowledge of his hope, and of the knowledge of the holy is understanding, and understanding of his law, statutes, commandments, how you should be prudent in these times, that's pretty much it on that.
I got one for you. It's Hebrews 10 and 30. It says, for we know him that has said, vengeance belongeth unto me, I will recompense, saith the Lord. And again, the Lord shall judge his people. Verse 31, just backing the brother up. It is a fearful thing. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Yeah, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hand of living power, man, because the Lord can have you, you know, have you stay in this body, man. That's the scripture. Can you get that up, if you don't mind, where it
Matthew.
says, God.
Fear not him that.
Yep.
Okay.
Because the Lord can have you to where you can get in a wreck, you know, and you can be paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah.
All right. The Lord can, man, He can do. Look what He did to Job, man. You know, so the Lord can do anything to you, man.
That's the spirit I had that in Job.
Yeah.
Because like the brother was saying, we're here on this side telling you what our power could do, man. That's the best thing we could do is prophesy, man. We're telling you, look, man, the Most High can do this to you. The Most High can do that to you. But if you fear the Most High, He's going to give you wisdom, give you knowledge, give you understanding. Would you rather deal with a power that's able of doing, you name it to you, man, and the most, like the brother brought up, terror, man, all right? Or would you want to be on the right-hand side of that power where you're dwelling in righteousness and safety? That's what we're trying to be in by doing this work, all right? Got your equipment, not the one you called for. It's the precept the brother called for. It's Matthew 10 and 28, and it's Yahushua speaking. It says, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
That's right. Kill both soul, body, and hell, man. Meaning that He can bug you out. All right. He can have you seeing spirits, have you seeing, you know, apparitions, different things like that. Have you, you know, hearing different voices, man. I know people that's like that in the world, man. All right. What else? Have you pretty much like Jacob's Ladder? If brothers ever watched that movie, where Jacob's Ladder, where you know he was pretty much seeing all kind of different, seeing he, he he was seeing things, man. All right. He was tormented by those things too, man. All right. So that's how the Lord can have us out here if we don't, you know, be obedient to Him. You know, especially if you know the truth. You know, you can be beaten with many stripes, man.
Right.
All right. And the plague of the heart is one of them. You know.
I think what's the precept that goes like it's basically give me not the madness or heart of plague of the heart, because that's rough, man. That's tough, man. The Most High take you mentally out of this thing, man. All right, bug your mind out to where you looking back and you a shadow of your former self, man. That's one of the worst penalties, man. Madness of heart. We see that often. We see um, how we look. We should be good. All right, Salaki Akim had a little technical difficulty, but this is just backing the brother up. This Job was describing the Most High, man. You don't want. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Lord, man, because the Lord really is the King of terrors, man. The Lord can have you in a body just catching hell from the moment that you come out of your mother's womb. All right, just like the scriptures tell you that wisdom was given to us when we come from out the belly. The Lord could give you madness or heart coming out of the belly. He could give you a disability, an impairment, man. All right, and you can walk your whole life with that and be judged by it, but also the Lord could take that away from you just to show His strength, man. So the Lord is merciful, man. You could live 20, 30 years, you find the truth, and then what? The Lord takes all those infirmities and impairments away from you, man, from His word, so just so you could glorify the Father. So it's a win-win situation when you fight for the Lord. That's why the title of the lesson is Serve the Lord with Fear and Trembling. But you got it out. It's Job 18, I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, "The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way." Verse 11, "Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bidden, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength." This is verse 14, a point. "His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors."
Yeah, man, meaning that, again, as your brother was saying, man, the Lord plaguing your mind, man, you know, pretty much you being a bug out, man, going back into the world, doing the things of the world, all right, having all kind of different spirits on you, because when you're in the truth, you go back into the world, all right, 7 more spirits are added onto you, man, all right, more stronger than they were before, all right, because what, the house is clean, but now you then went back into the world. Now they have a way of playing on your mind even more. You know.
I got you right here. This is Matthew 12, and I'm gonna start at verse 43. "When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest and finding none. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out. And when he is come, he find it empty, swept, and garnished. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation."
Yeah, man. So you inherit even more demons than before, man. All right, the Lord puts more demons on you, man. All right, you'll be all into you might go into be one of the alphabet crew, or back to smoking weed, or back to doing whatever, man. All right, one of these are very abominable acts, man, and they'll give you reason for the Lord to give the Lord reason to judge you, or judge us if we don't do what's according to the scriptures. You know, that's the reason why we must fear the Lord, so that way that we can abide in the truth, man. The scriptures say meditate on these scriptures, day and night, so that we don't fall short for that.
Because we know we live in a society that's set up for us to fall every angle, man. On every corner, every stoplight, every grocery store, every bank, everywhere we go, man, the society tries to close in and clamp in on us, man. So we have to have that continual spirit of trusting in the Lord, man. And especially in these times, because a wise man will be prudent, be careful. So we see all this hell taking place. We see all these people being subject to these plagues, to this famines, to this pestilence. So this is an action that you must take. Either you're going to take the action of just saying, okay, well, I'm not worried about that. That's not going to affect me. Or you're going to take the stance of, well, you know what? That's the Most High saying, wake up. That's the Most High saying, repent. That's the Most High saying, come back. And I'm going to do just that, man. That's what the word does. It grabs us from out of the world. Literally, we're fishers of men. We were fished into this thing, man. Men fished us into this thing, man. All right? They drew the line out, all right? And they caught us, man. And we remained, and Lord willing, we continue to remain, because that's going to be the thing that separates us from 2/3. Are you going to remain in this thing? Are you going to be built up on the principles that you were taught? Or are you going to just stray away and go back into the world and believe in their doctrines, man? I got you a quick one out. Psalms 2 and 11. I'm going to start at 10 because, as we brought out, the Most High is the King of terrors, right? So Psalms 2 and 10. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Why? Because you're dealing with the King of terrors, man. The King of kings, Lord of lords. So a judge, a king on this earth, you need to be wise. You need to take heed, because you don't know what you're up against. You don't know who you're messing with, man. You don't know what the Most High is capable of. And you see the prophets, we're telling you, but you obviously don't believe us, because only a remnant is going to be saved, man. Only a little bit. All right? A remainder. It says, Psalms 2 and 11, serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way. When his wrath is kindled but a little, blessed are all they that put their trust in him. And how do we kiss the Son? by continuously dwelling on wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. By having an intimate relationship with these scriptures. Sophia, man, that's wisdom. This woman should come first before anything, any other woman, any other occupation, anything like that, man. All right? This should be the center of your entire existence. Everything else on the outside, okay, we can look at a job here, look at a career, look at family over there, but you always have to continually dwell in wisdom, man. That's how you're going to remain safe. You got it, brother.
Okay. This is right. Let's see.
I had a quick one if you want to get it.
I got one.
Some more time. You got it.
Okay. All right. This is Proverbs 14:27. It says, "The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life."
That's right.
To depart from the snares of death, man. All right. So, the fear of the Lord is the fountain of life, man. The rivers of Shalakia, the rivers of living water.
Right.
All right. And the rivers of living water is talking about, the way that you conduct yourself according to the scriptures, the way that you live outside of, or in front of the camera, and how you having that connection with the Lord. You praying, doing different things like that, fasting, just being a spiritual man. And these things are what? It says, is the fountain of life to depart from the snares of death, man, because all of these spiritual things, all right, keep you, grounded in the truth, man, and not, you falling by the wayside, man, all right, because it says, wide is the gate, broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Right. And the Lord is saying, man, why forsake the fountain of life, man?
Yeah.
The tree of life, man. This was what gives us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. How many people, Shalom, Makim Yabba, Shemiel, Shabrak,
Shalom,
all right, can say that what? They went out in the world, went out to these 4-year colleges, they went out to these different trades, and they found the wisdom of the Lord, man. Nah, man. We didn't understand that. We didn't understand how to get into these scriptures, how to break these things down, all right, by going to school to be a welder. Nah, man. We understood it by being taught by great men, those men of renown, man. We were fished into this thing, man. Now we're fishers of men. Now we're seeking out the hopeful elect, the lost sheep, wherever the Most High may be scattered, have them scattered, man. And that's a beautiful thing, because to take part in something that's going to control the entire fate and existence of humanity, it's a blessing. Whether or not we're gonna get chastised for it, all right, or we're gonna have a little lenience on us, man. We're willing to go through whatever for these scriptures, like the Apostle Paul said, shipwreck, all right, shall life, shall death, shall principality separate us from the love of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, which is these commandments, which are these scriptures. Nah, man. I got one for y'all. This Psalms 111, just backing the brother up in 10, just reiterating on the point. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endure forever. And we can clearly see that from the apostles on down to the least of us, we have a good understanding of the things that are going on, man. Brothers making beautiful, edifying lessons, all right, going through the scriptures, for edification, all right, casting off strongholds, bringing brothers back into their lots, all right, of old. That's a beautiful thing to be a part of, man. All right, you got it, brother.
All right, because the brother was going into, when you be brought before a judge, man, you fear that, the sentence that he's gonna give to you, and what more, us going before Esau. What more us not fearing the Lord, Yahweh Yahushua, even more. This is Sirach 23:19. It says, such a man only feared the eyes of man, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of man and considering the most secret parts.
That's right.
So us, we have to consider that the Lord knows everything about us, man. All right, from the hairs on the top of our head.
Yeah. Hey, and like you said, what you just said is an example of faith. Yeah. That's what we have to believe these things, man. Because how many people come up on the highways and byways? We see biblical scholars. They read out of this book with no understanding. All right, they read out of this book, but they have no faith to believe in the things that are being prophesied out of this book. because only that gift of faith was given to the elect. Lord willing, we are that number. All right, and we're gonna prove that. You was done on that, brother. This is Hebrews 11:1. You got it. I'm gonna read down about 9. All right. It's Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Yeah, faith is the things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, and that's, you know, how can I explain this?
Hey, if I could say, you gotta have faith in order to fear, man. Yeah. Because if you don't believe something is gonna happen to you, if you don't respect a certain rights, if you don't act a certain way, if you don't move a certain way, then that's not fear, man. We know that we could potentially be fined, be punished, face penalties by the Lord if we don't do what that's what the scriptures tell you. Woe to you that preach not the gospel. All right? That's what it tells you. Woe to us if we preach not the gospel by knowing these things. Make sure we clear it on that. That's what it tells you. All right, we good? Yeah. By knowing these things, man. So it says, Hebrews 11:2, for by it the elders obtained a good report. Verse 3, through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. By faith, Abel offered unto, and let me speak on verse 3. It says, through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, because it tells you that in John 1:1, man. It tells you in the beginning was the word, all right? And the word was with the Allahayim, man. That's us. The word was with us from the beginning, man. We're just simply doing what the Most High has put us back into our lots to do, man. This was already in us from the beginning, and we're going to get it in Sirach, the 1st chapter, all right? Which tells you that wisdom was with us. If we be of that remnant, if we be of that number, wisdom was with us from our mother's womb, man. We spoke wisdom, all right? Through the Spirit. But it says, verse 4, by faith Abel, and these are all going into our forefathers, man, all right? Abel, Enoch, which means dedicated, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. All right, they showed us examples of how to move throughout our walks of life, man. Yes, it's going to be hard. All right, yes, we were in the world at one point, but now we're here serving the Lord in a fervent spirit, man, on fire. But it says Hebrews 11:4, by faith Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain. Right? Because Abel, when you get into it, it means translatory, because Abel was that ultimate sacrifice, man. That righteous sacrifice unto the Most High, man. Showing you what we should do, what we ought to do, and showing you who the Most High is dealing with. And Cain was the example showing you what we shouldn't do, what we not ought to do, and who the Most High is not dealing with, man. Simple as that, man. And we know that through faith and through fear and wisdom, man. All right, it says, by faith, Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, the Most High testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because the Most High had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased the Most High. And we are all an example of Enoch, man, being dedicated, pleasing the Most High, not in our words, but our deeds, man. The scriptures tell you that we got to please the Most High in our word, going out and prophesying, but also our deeds, because like me and the brother was saying, the hardest part is when the camera stop rolling. Let's think about that. We end the live, all right? We stop, we depart ways. Me and this brother go our separate way. He goes his way, I go my way. That's the hardest part of it, because we spend more time off the camera than on the camera, man. We spend a couple hours on the camera several times a week, but in that time that we're not on the camera, we get tested by the Most High. Our faith is tested. That's what makes up this testimony, man. The things that we're doing, our deeds. But it says, all right, verse 6. I'm gonna read it, verse 7. Bring us out. Verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is. And how do we believe that the Most High is? By fearing the Lord, man. By knowing that the Lord can easily take us out of here, man. And he can easily deliver us. So by by that, we move with faith, man, because we know there's consequences. You don't want to have an unruly soul, man. Like the scriptures tell you, he that have no ruler over his soul is like a city without walls, man. We want to be that. We want to be that city that is built up upon that hill, man, that can't be hid. How is that city going to be built up upon that hill if that city is not built up on fear, man, and respect and morals and principles? That's what wisdom teaches us, all right? But it says, latter end of verse 6, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Verse 7, by faith Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith, man. So that's how we're obtaining righteousness. That's how we're going to be justified. That's how we're going to be rendered blameless, because when you got somebody that's taken up before judges, that's taken up in a court of law, they got evidence against them, and that person says, what? I'm innocent, man. The whole time, that's the elect. We're saying in the society, we're innocent, man. All right? We're blameless. Have we become your enemy because we spoke of the truth? But ultimately, our faith is what's going to get us exonerated. That's what's going to get us, what's another word for acquitted, man.
Yeah.
That's what's going to get us acquitted. I'm going to read the letter end again. It says, Hebrews 11:7, and became the heir of righteousness, which is by faith. So Noah prepared the ark. We're spiritually preparing the ark right now, man. Spiritually telling people, come inside. Come on in, serve the Lord, because this place is going to hit with a flood of nuclear missiles. But if you decide to let that door close on you, all right, and let those windows of repentance close on you, man, that's on your body, man, all right? You got to be an example for faith, man, an example what others could look to. And it's not easy. It's very hard, man, but it gives you a sense of peace, and it puts you in your right mind. It gives you a balance when you do things the way the Lord has set us up to do. You got it, brother.
All right, this is Proverbs. Proverbs 19:23. The fear of the Lord tendeth to life, and he that hath it shall abide satisfied.
That's right.
He shall not be visited with evil. So when you leave the camera, when you leave from the brethren, all right, when you home by yourself and you tending to the things of the Lord, all right, what, man, the Lord make sure that no evil come to you, man. You know, that's the reason why we do these things, man, because we fear that the Lord, all right, can destroy us like we see that he destroying everybody else, man. All right, whether it be by plagues, all right, whether it be by the gun, all right, just different ways that the Lord can kill you, man. All right, not like 1,000 ways to die, man. There's a billion ways that the Lord can kill you. Right. You know, right. And we don't want to be a part of that, man, because the Lord is creative. You know,
they just backing you up because you quoted it. It's Wisdom of Solomon in 3rd chapter, the 1st verse. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hands of the Most High. So we read, on the other hand, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High. If you're not in good case, if you're not fearing the Lord, if you're just walking out here oblivious to what's going on, man. That's just wood. You're just making yourself saying, hey, I'm wood for the fire. Go ahead, dump me in. Go ahead, add me as fuel to the fire, man. We want to be a fuel to the fire in the words of prophecy, man. Yeah. Like the scriptures tell you, I'll make these words out of your mouth fire, and these people would, man. That's what we want to be. We don't want to be caught up in these plays or victims to it, man. That's why we fear the Lord in every step. And sometimes it takes calming your spirit down and being mindful of the things ahead. Before you start that car engine up, thank you, Lord. Call all your how about Shemi Al-Shah. Simple things like that. Saying prayers just simply before your food, man, before you go into your workplace, before you put gas, before you go into the midst of your enemies, man. And the Most High will make you a pillar in the midst of your enemies, man. He'll exalt you. The scriptures tell you, I will make even thy, let me get it real quick. I will make even thy enemies at peace with thee. I'm going to get it after I read this verse for you. You can elaborate on it. Wisdom of Solomon 3:1, but the souls of the righteous are in the hands of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. Yeah.
nothing's gonna touch the elect, man. The ones that are, being, fervent in the truth, man. All right, through the Spirit of the Lord, man.
That's right.
Thankful to the Lord, man, that the Lord given us the Spirit to continue the way we are, man. All right, because it's not of ourselves. All right, but I got one right here. All right, this is Isaiah 49:16. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hand. So the Lord has got
beautiful. That's a banger, bro.
Because the Lord has the elect, man, pretty much in the palm of his hand, man. All right, and nothing, all right, that's outside of that palm can touch him, man. Besides the Lord, all right. If the Lord wanted to, if the Lord wanted, all right, because um, even in Job, Satan had to go to the Lord to even touch Job, man.
Job too.
So it's the same way, for the hopeful elect, man. And Lord willing, we are one of those people that are engraved in the Lord's hand, man, which the Lord will call. All right.
And that shows you the order of the Lord, because what people say in the world, like they say, I got the whole world in my hands, thinking, okay, I got access to this, liberty to this. That's the spirit of mind Esau put you in. You got the world to your liberty, the world at the palm of the tip of your finger. But that shows you the order of the Lord, because the Lord has you in the palm of his hand, man. We just read the souls of the righteous are in the hands of the Most High. We read that it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High. So sinners are in the hands of the Most High as well, man.
That's right.
But each one are being given a judgment according to their works. Sinners do work. Sinners work. They work on the left-hand side. That's why sin is transgression, all right? We work as well. We're the righteous. We work for the Lord to push this kingdom in, man, all right? So it's a pushing and a pulling going on. You got us pushing, ushering Yahushua in, and you got this system. You got 2/3 of our people. You got Esau, Edom. They're pulling, trying to make America great again. It's Proverbs 16, and I'm going to start at verse 7. Proverbs 16:7, you got it, Amaz. When a man's ways please the Lord, all caps Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
That's right, man. So, we have a different spirit, man. All right. So when we go into different places, man, the Lord has that spirit, be identified, man, and the people
we stick out, man.
Yeah, we stick out, and the Lord, makes them to have to be at ease with us, man. All right. But anybody else, they would probably put harm to them, man. Want to kill them, try to harm them. This, that, and the third. There's a lot of, like that time whenever we was right here.
Yeah, you can tell them about it, huh?
Yeah, man. Like the time we was right here, man. The way that we conduct ourselves, man, the Lord makes people have to be at peace with it, man. Because when we was right here, the police officer came up. He was telling us,
Three officers. It wasn't just regular police officers. It was federal agents.
Yeah.
Federal agents for this building right in front of us, man. All right? You got it, bro.
Yeah, but pretty much he told
federal courthouse, you got it, bro.
Yeah, but he pretty much told us to get out, that we had to move or whatnot, and as we was leaving, we was being cordial with him, and we gathered our stuff and we started to move, and he was like, if y'all have any problems, just let us know.
Yeah, with anybody.
Yeah, with anybody, all right, that, pretty much that he was going to handle the situation. And, that's a part of, as the brother was just not bringing out, that the Lord makes these people to be at peace with us, man. All right, not bother us, all right, not stopping us from doing our lessons,
That's right, bro.
That's right.
And if we was taught by the world, we were taught in the ways of the world and the understanding of the world, we would have acted out on those three officers, man. But we used the ways of the Lord to be at peace with them, and now the Lord made them at peace with us. So now we come out here, bring it out, play certain places, different areas downtown. Somebody tries to come and mess with us, chastise us, all right? Because that's one of the highest levels you can get to a so-called federal agent. So if one of these city cops, sheriff, anybody try to come mess with us, all right, we already have these three witnesses that the Lord set up to say that we're out here doing nothing wrong, man. We're out here blameless, man. So that's the power of the Lord, man. That's the side we want to be on continuously. We don't want to have no backings from the world, man. The world will totally destroy you and pollute you. Shalom, Akim Yah Bashim Yah Shabrak. I got you one. Right. You can go before me if you have one, but I got one for you as well. All right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 1. I'm going to start at 1. This is going into the bulk of the lesson. Sirach 1:1. All wisdom, meaning what? Right hand wisdom and on the left hand side. Because you got so-called wisdom on the left hand side. The scriptures say Esau, he's wiser than Daniel. Daniel was a wise man. All right, so Esau has that blessing on the left hand side. We have wisdom on the right hand side. But guess which one is going to prevail in the end? The latter. Sirach 1:1. All wisdom coming from the Lord and is with him forever. Who can number the sand of the sea and the drops of rain and the days of eternity? Who can find out the height of heaven and the breadth of the earth and the deep in wisdom? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. Wisdom hath been created before all things, and the understanding of prudence from everlasting, and the understanding of how to move, what to do, what to say, how to be careful, when to let go, and when to draw back, man. Like the book Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter tells you, there's a time and a place for everything, a season for everything under the sun. But we dwell in those seasons, and we're able to survive and persevere due to wisdom, due to fear of the Lord, man. The men of the Lord have fear on them, man. We walk around with fear on us. All right, that's why we think before we say things. That's why we think before we do things. We not only think about what's going to happen at that moment, because that's how Jake don't even think past that moment. But just using a quick example, we don't think about, okay, what could potentially happen at that moment. We think about things that happen down the line, months later, years later, how this potential decision may affect this person down the line. All right, that's the lot of the men of the Lord.
I got a quick one.
You got it, brother.
All right, this is Matthew 5 and 25. Agree with thine adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the office, and thou be cast into prison. Because if we would have dealt outright with the cop, all right, and not, what the scriptures say to, if possible, be at peace with all men. So if we wouldn't have carried ourselves in that way, the Lord could have judged us and punished us through those police officers, man.
Right, bro. Hey, beautiful example, because by moving the way we did with those officers, that showed that we fear the Lord. We didn't fear those officers because the scriptures tell you we're ready to go through all things for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's sake. So we didn't fear those officers. We fear what the Most High could do to us via those officers, via throwing us in jail. All right. We thought about this truth first. How we will look in front of the apostles, man. How we will make Great Millstone look, man. All right? And that's ultimately fearing the Lord, man. We didn't buck up to those guys. They came out of nowhere, Aki. One rolled up in a vehicle, said he was the head of them, Joseph, Gavin, and Smith, remember? Then 2 officers, his 2 lower-level officers, they came back to follow him up, saying we couldn't prophesy right there. They see us all the time, da-da-da. They said just go over here in this park. Okay, cool, we'll do that. We have... A fisherman has different spots anyways, man. That's why we were called to the Lord, from the Lord to the chief place of concourse, so we could say, okay, well, something happened over here, let's move over here, fish over here. Something happened right there, events going on right here, let's move over there and let's fish some more, man. So, but we're in a continual mindset to act as if what we're doing right now, it could have an effect on us for later on how we prophesy, man. We always want to put the purpose of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai first, man, and what the Lord wants. And the Lord don't want us to be out here as unruly niggas, man. Unruly, can't control yourself, just all over the place, talking crazy all the time, man. We have to have some type of dignity, dignity, also some reservation, integrity. Some we gotta be reserved in a way, man. All right, we have to rule over our own spirit. Didn't Yahushua do it? Yahushua ruled over his own spirit. All right, Yahushua conquered death. Right, Yahushua self-denied. Right, Akim. So that's the things we have to do. We might have to bite our tongue sometime, man. When it comes to dealing,
that's part of it, man. That's important.
You got it, bro.
Getting killed all the day long. That's right, exactly.
Yep. That's right, bro.
Yep. And that's the part of the a part of the hell and the chastising and the purification on the good side, Shalakia, okay, on the good side, rather than the bad side of being destroyed.
That's right, brother.
That's pretty much.
I got some more. Sirach 1 and 6. It says, I'm gonna start at 5. Salaki. I'm gonna read down to 11. I can. Sirach 1 and 5. The word of the Most High is the fountain of wisdom, and her ways are everlasting commandments. Her, speaking of wisdom, because a lot of people, these Christians are getting twisted and think that's talking about an actual woman, man. How carnal can you get, man? The scripture, this is talking about wisdom, Sophia, man. This is the woman that we cling to, all right? Our first love, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because it protects us from being judged harshly. It protects us from different snares and traps that this devil has set up for us. Verse 6, to whom hath the root of wisdom been revealed? And it's going to tell you. So it says, to whom hath the root of wisdom been revealed? So who has wisdom been revealed to on this side? Or who hath known her wise counsels? Okay. Unto whom hath the knowledge of wisdom been made manifest? And who had understood her great experience? Verse 8, there is one wise and greatly to be feared, the Lord sitting upon his throne, man. So that's who we ultimately fear. We fear the Lord sitting upon his throne, who's able to simultaneously judge us or simultaneously save us. The scriptures tell you that the elect shall scarcely be saved, man. So in the midst of all this hell, the Lord is going to deliver us. And in the midst of all this hell, the Lord is going to judge Babylon, man. So we want to fall on the right-hand side of the Lord. But this, the latter end, it says, verse 9, he created her and saw her and numbered her and poured her out upon all his works. She is with all flesh according to this gift, and he had given her to them that love him. So we love the Most High by keeping the commandments, so therefore we're rewarded with wisdom. Verse 11, the fear of the Lord is honor and glory and gladness and a crown of rejoicing. And that crown of rejoicing is ultimately going into that crown of life that the Lord told us he was going to give us, man. All right, be faithful unto death. Don't be fearful. Some of you may be thrown into prison, all right? But be faithful unto death, and I should give thee that crown of life, which is ultimately that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, that incorruptible body, that celestial body, all right? Those, okay, well, my father's house has many mansions, that inheritance. Because it tells you in 2nd Ezra, I believe, I forgot which chapter, maybe 7, something like that. It tells you there's fire on one side, this net on this side. But if a man don't go through it, how should he inherit that inheritance, roughly paraphrasing? That's what we're going through right now, Aki. The fire, the trials, the tribulation, the blows, Jake on the ropes, Jake ducking shots. But guess what? We got a good defense. We got a good defense. We know how to bob and weave out of the ways of these different snares through wisdom. You got it, brother. We get a couple more to the side. Yeah, man. Verse 12, let me keep reading it. Verse 12, the fear of the Lord, Sirach 1 and 12, the fear of the Lord maketh a merry heart and giveth joy and gladness and a long life. Don't you want a long life, Hakeem? We do, man. And that's preaching to the choir. I know you brothers sincere, Hakeem, Lord willing, Lord willing as well as ourselves. But we're just saying, no, we want a long life, man. We want everlasting life. So it starts with fear. If you don't, Jake fears when he gets a bill in the mail, a speeding ticket. Jake heart will drop to his stomach, right? When he see blue and red fluorescent lights coming behind him. But when it comes to serving the Lord, keeping the commandments, being brotherly, things like that, Jake don't have no fear when it comes to that. Jake just want to be totally unruly when it comes to what the Lord commanded us to do. But he wants to be in line and saluting and bringing his body under subjection for Esau's system, man. Yeah. Nah, man, it don't work like that. You got it, brother.
Right. Or dying for his hood or his street, which he don't even own, man.
Right.
All right. Or saying, or boasting and, serving 20 years in a state penitentiary because you standing up for your gang or whatever the case may be, but not the Lord.
That's right.
All right. Let's see. This is Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 22. It says, for wisdom, which is the worker of all things, taught me, for in her is an understanding spirit. All right. Holy One, manifold, subtile, living, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt, loving the things that is good, quick, which cannot be let it ready to do good. So we're ready to do good under the ways of Yahweh Shini Awashai, man. We're ready to stay clean, man. Make you know, basically be blameless, man, for the truth, man. All right, and all righteousness. All right.
That's right. Yep. Mm-hmm. A quick one. We'll probably get this one if you have another one. All right. If not, I'll take it out on this one. All right. Cool. If you find one, you got it, brother. All right. This is Sirach 21:9. The congregation of the wicked is like tow wrapped together, and the end of them is a flame of fire to destroy themselves. That's right, man. That's what's the lot that's gonna happen to 2/3 of our people, man. They're gonna destroy themselves. The scriptures tell you that what? The wages of sin are death. So if you're constantly checking in, cashing in checks and withdrawals of sin, man, in the end you're gonna receive death, man. But if you're constantly checking in wisdom, checking in knowledge, understanding, brotherly love, sincerity, doctrine, reproof, you're gonna cash in life, man. It's simple as that. The Lord has made these things plain before us, man. All right. Verse 10: the way of sinners, Sirach 21:10. The way of sinners is made plain with stones, but at the end thereof is a pit of hell. Right? Slavery, destruction, not knowing anything, being at a low place, man. But this wisdom exalts us and brings us to a high place, man. It takes us out of hell. It takes us out of that low place. All right? But it says, verse 11, here's the point. He that keepeth the law of the Lord getteth the understanding thereof, and the perfection of the fear of the Lord is wisdom. And we're perfecting our fear of the Lord, man. And through that perfection, we've had bumps, bruises. We've had things that we didn't like. We've had things we had to pray. We've had certain transgressions that we had to repent for, man. But in the end, like the scriptures tell you, Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, the end of that man is peace. They thought we were out here just worshiping in vain, man. They thought our lives were madness because we feared the Lord, man. You got it right.
Yeah, they thought that this was a phase. They thought that, you know, he just doing that. You know, that's just the next trend. You know, but honestly, you know, this is really what we believe in, man. All right, we believe in this, man, wholeheartedly, and that's the reason why we're out here, and that we're fearing the Lord, man. This is, you know, an action of fear, and it's an action of love as well. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I got you.
This is Sirach 21, and verse 12, reading on down. He that is not wise will not be taught, but there is a wisdom which multiplieth bitterness. That's right. Verse 13. The knowledge of a wise man shall abound like a flood. The knowledge of a wise man shall abound like a flood, and his counsel is like a pure fountain of life. The inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth. That's right, man. So you can't put, like the scriptures tell you, you can't put new wine in old bottles because it'll burst it, man. That wine being this wisdom. So that wisdom, it can't dwell within a fool because he won't be able to hold it, man. A wise man could hold this wisdom, hold these dark parables, hold these wise sayings, right? Like the scriptures tell you, he that meditated upon the law, I believe it's in Sirach, he that meditated upon the law shall be occupied in the meditation thereof, roughly paraphrasing. So we're continuously occupied in this. Occupy means what? We're surrounded in it. We're engulfed in it. All right? We're constantly meditating upon these things because as soon as you in the live lesson, as soon as you salute the brothers and go your way, your faith is tried, your faith is tested. Another test is coming right around that corner, man. And we know these things through wisdom. I'm gonna read verse Baba Kusha, if I could. I'm gonna read verse 13 again. Sirach 21:13. The knowledge of a wise man shall abound like a flood, Akim. So if we wise and we're taking heed, our knowledge is gonna abound like a flood. It's gonna take over this place, and we've seen that from the apostles on down to the least of us. The knowledge of the Lord that He's bestowed upon us is flooded the entire earth, man. We can't make these things up. But it says, and His counsel is like a pure fountain of life, man. So you get that pure fountain of life, it cleanses you, all right? It washes you away by the word. It washes your transgressions away, like the scriptures tell you, the washing of the word. That's how we're truly baptized, by this word, by this water, man. rivers of living water. And that's why we take counsel, all right, for certain things that we go through, because we have men that are set up as examples of things that we've been through 10, 100 times, man. Telling brothers our problems, certain things that's going on. Brother done been through that multiple times, man, and can give you the best, utmost, sincere advice on it, man. So that's what we take heed to. You got it, brother. But Lord willing, this message was edifying, Akim. The water for you brothers, sincere sisters out there for listening. We're going to turn face the east and give infinite honors and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
Double honors to the Apostle Great Millstone, rule well and teach well, and worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Baba Bob, Shalom.
Shalom, Akim.
The water to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, let us make this lesson before the rain came. Shalom, Akim.